tell you, I've been glued to my computer finding the best Black Friday deals for you guys that's actually gonna save you money. I guess technically not really if you're buying stuff you wouldn't have bought before, but like actual good Black Friday deals if you want to spend some money, but save some money. Girl math, Black Friday is the ultimate girl math day, and obviously it ain't Black Friday. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks and we have these sales going on. I promised you guys I would keep you updated. The last Friday, I did a video of the early access sales that were going on. Today is Tuesday. We have more sales that are currently going on. I cannot guarantee that these sales are going to remain the same as the week continues. This is like a right here, right now, gotta jump on it moment. However, I mean, okay, you don't need to jump on everything because some of these might go up a little bit on actual Black Friday. As in sometimes these brands will add extra deals on, like maybe an extra 10%, or maybe they'll have more bundles. So these are all subject to change. But as of today, if you want a more zen shopping experience, time to think, ponder your moves, where you want your money to go, here's what we're working with right now. As of now. Now, the first one is the one where I'm going to instill some FOMO in you because I posted about it this morning, which was yesterday at the point that you're watching this, and like half of the stuff already sold out because the deals are too good. 50% off Tom Ford. Let me repeat myself. 50% off Tom Ford on the good stuff too. Like, obviously we know Tom Ford and Tom Ford Beauty, they're going through a transition right now, so I think they're trying to get rid of things, but like these are classic popular colors, not limited edition colors here that were on sale. And like I said, unfortunately, like half of them have already sold out because this is the one where there is a rush. So first of all, Tom Ford Quad eyeshadows. 50% off, originally $95. You can get them for $47.50. As of this morning, there were like 7 colors, I think, that were available, and now we're down to 3. Now, they do have the good finish here. My favorite finish of the Tom Ford quads are the ones with the TF emblem. So, unfortunately, Honeymoon did sell out, but fabulous Black Friday deal. And you can also find Tom Ford for 50% off, Sephora, Bloomingdale's, Macy's I saw, but the selection was much more limited than what was available at Nordstrom, which is why I'm going to link Nordstrom in the description box. So everything I'm mentioning today, everything you're seeing, I have the links down below for you. Also, if you look, the cream eyeshadow palettes, also 50% off. Looks like there's only 1 left. There was 4 this morning. Tiger Eye's quite pretty. It's a little on the sheer side, but again, if you want to try Tom Ford quads, do your research. But Nordstrom did have the biggest stock. Anyways, also you can get their Soleil Glow bronzer, which is a beautiful big fat luxury bronzer. Originally $75. I mean, this is a famous bronzer for $37.50. It's a beautiful bronzer. But yeah, $75 is crazy for it. And then lastly, never mind. There was 2 shades this morning of these blushes already sold out. But if you saw a color that you liked, I would jump on that if it still happens to be available. Maybe they'll restock. Let's see. But I would recommend checking out the Nordstrom deals in general. I'm going to be talking about the bigger stores that carry multiple brands up first before we get into the individual brand sales. And Nordstrom has some really fabulous Black Friday deals. Like one of my all-time favorite palettes that Nars has right now. This was a summer launch, the Hot Escape Cheek Palettes, $32.83. And then also this highlighter, which I didn't want to recommend because it's $55. It's actually on sale, and I think this is a much more worth it price. It is the highlight I have on. It's kind of subtle and ethereal, and I've been loving it. I always get compliments whenever I wear this. I feel like it doesn't look as impressive on camera, but I promise you, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous highlight if you like a more subtle kind of look. And I'm excited to see that one on sale. But just in general, this is a call to action for you here. Lots of good brands and such on sale over at Nordstrom. And I do believe they do a lot of price matching sometimes, so that's why so many of the good brands are there. So definitely check out Nordstrom, but the Tom Ford stuff really did it for me. I'm going to glaze over these quickly, Sephora and Ulta, because the deals are ever changing. So every single day it's something different. but there are some good ones if you catch it on a good day. So Cyber Week deals over at Sephora. So there are various deals that you'll be able to find that I recommend you take a look and see. I mean, I don't know what you need or anything like that. I do love a Nudies cream blush stick, by the way. Some deals you're gonna find are better than others, but also certain brands are going to be a percentage off. Like for example, today, Lancome and Nars are 30% off. And then check out all of these deals. There's a day for 30% off Tarte, ABH, Viktor and Rolf, which is today, the day you're watching this. Tomorrow is 30% off Urban Decay and Vegamore. So every day, check back, see if there's anything that you're interested in. That's for Sephora. It's not bad at all. It's just hard to keep track of. You gotta have some time to do your research for these because it's different. Same thing with Ulta as well. I love how the Wi-Fi is like taking its sweet time, Jose. Is it your fault? I think it's your fault. So some good ones, 30% off foundation and lip from MAC, but save it for the MAC website. They're having a better sale. 30% off Medicube, 40% off select Morphe products. My favorite thing when it comes to Morphe are their brushes of late. They've been doing a fantastic job. So their Makeup by Iredale collaboration is on sale, as well as various single brushes. 40% off select hair tools with Shark Beauty. So take a look, see, there's a lot. Save $150 off Dyson. I love my hair tools, so that's exciting, but that's what's going on. Those are a little bit more on the boring side. Let's get into the brand deals. So this is exactly what you're going to see in the description box, all of these links and everything here. But I'm going to go through my favorite and best brand deals and as well as 3 products that are my favorite from each brand. This one I did talk about in Friday's video. Laura Mercier is currently having 25% off site-wide. It might go up, I don't know, but they are also doing a flash sale currently, 40% off select bundles. But the reason I'm mentioning this again is because I realized, yes, you can get 25% off baseline, but if you use my code Morgan20, it will take an additional 20% off of that. So that's a stackable code. So this deal just got a lot better. 25% off and then 20% off. So let me show you my favorite products from them in case you missed the last video. The Caviar eyeshadow sticks, if you love a cream shadow stick, sorry, Laura Mercier cannot be beat. They have the best ones. This is also my new favorite under eye setting powder. It's not even new anymore. It has established itself as my go-to for the under eyes. It completely blurs the under eyes and stops concealer from creasing. I do recommend this set because I think the paddle style brush that it comes with is also very effective in helping apply the perfect amount of powder and stopping my under eyes from creasing. I've recommended this a lot, so this is something that I recommend. And then for years, I've always loved the Laura Mercier blush color infusions. Yes, they are just a powder blush formulation. It's just a solid formula, and they have the best kind of neutral wearable colors that look so good with any look. So if you just want a solid wearable powder blush formula, Laura Mercier has my favorite. And just so you guys know, I am picking out places that are going to give you a better sale/deal than what you can get during the Sephora savings event, even if you're Rouge. So most of these are 25% off plus. This one right here, Fenty Beauty, is currently having 30% off site-wide. They did give me a code, Morgan30. You don't need to use my code, However, it does let them know that I sent you, so I would appreciate that. It will save you 30% off. But Fenty Beauty has so many staples. So with the code Morgan30, here are my top 3 things that I use the most from the brand. The Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. It is beautiful. I do have dry skin, but it makes the skin look blurred. It keeps it hydrated. It looks so healthy. I've talked so much about this. It won Allure 2024 Best of Beauty for a good reason. One of my all-time favorite foundations. It was like love at first sight from when I first tried it. Also, not talked about enough, I've recommended this for years. I love the Fat Water Hydrating Milky Toner Essence. It's thick, it's hydrating, but it's not quite a moisturizer. If you need an extra layer of hydration and have dry skin, definitely recommend this. I love the way it smells. It's a toner, but it's super duper hydrating. So I feel like this has really improved the texture of my skin. I'm not currently using it right now because my skin is super sensitive, but I cannot wait until I give birth and I can use this again. Lastly, this is my new favorite curl cream. Whenever you see my hair nice and curly or wavy, I guess, this is what I've been using most of the time. This is my out of the shower routine curl cream. It gives my curls so much bounce and definition without weighing it down. It's not heavy at all. So nobody's talking about the home curl defining cream. I love it. My hair loves it. My hair is more hydrated now, and I really like the packaging because you can just lift the top up. So there's so much more from Fenty Beauty that I love, but those are just my top 3. I don't want to overwhelm you. Top 3 only. Those are my 3. I told you to stay away from the MAC deals at Ulta if you're planning to get a lot, because MAC is having 30% off site-wide, which is very, very good. I'm like I've been really into MAC lately, seriously. So I'm kind of interested in picking up some OGs. One of the things that I recommend the most, since this one is quite pricey, it's also amazing. It's kind of another skincare product. I'll use it prior to makeup as well. The Hyper Real Ceramizer Skin Balancing Hydration Serum. It's exactly as it sounds. It's a serum that's extremely hydrating. I think it sets my skin up for makeup perfectly. It's not heavy at all. It soaks in nice and quickly, making it fabulous for prior to makeup, but it also is fabulous for just a skincare routine. I love this so much. This is the concealer I currently have on, the Studio Radiance Luminous Lift Concealer. It is creamy, it is milky, it is hydrating, it gives medium full coverage. It looks nice and hydrated on my under eyes with pretty decent wear time as well. Like, it doesn't look dry or cakey on the under eyes. This is a phenomenal concealer, and just milky is how I would describe this. It's definitely a top favorite of mine. And then lastly, this one's a fun one. It's not a need, it's a fun one. I recently did a video covering the new products at MAC, and I was having so much fun with these Dazzle Lip crayons. Not gonna be for everybody, but these are an awesome kind of balmy formulation for the lips that actually have some glitter, but they aren't glossy. It's like a balmy formula, which I think is so unique, extremely hydrating. This is like a fun recommendation. You don't need it. It's not in my everyday routine. I'm not going to wear it every day, but it's a fun pickup for 30% off. Okay, so Nars, if you use the code CYBER, you can get up to 30% off. It's 25% off site-wide, but if you spend $150, then you can get yourself up to 30% off, and you also get 4 free minis when you spend $100, and then an exclusive pouch for $125 plus spent, which is very easy to do at Nars. I like their gift with purchases. I think they're really, really nice. So just in general, some of my favorite products from Nars, the Light Reflecting Skincare Foundation is their best foundation in my opinion. Now, Nars, when it comes to base/complexion, that is their specialty, so that's what I'm recommending. These are my staples from the brand. This looks really hydrating and glowy, but it lasts a long time. Somebody with dry skin here, definitely recommend this foundation. It sits the most beautiful on the skin, if you ask me. I think that their Soft Matte Complete Concealer is very unique for the market. It's matte, which I don't normally like, but it's really soft and blurring on the skin, which is so amazing for spot concealing, and it even sits very beautifully on the under eyes without looking too dry, but lasts all day. Full coverage, long wear, amazing, amazing concealer, longtime favorite of mine. And then this one is the new fun recommendation for you. Their Ethereal Aura Blush Palette. Now, I like both, but I do think New Realm is better because this one has more new shades compared to the other one. This other one has more variety. It's a bit better for light to medium complexions. New Realm, obviously better for more deep complexions, but I can still get it to work on myself. These are a little bit bolder. These shimmers on the top are super creamy. If you want to treat yourself to something fun, new, and limited edition, I do like this. Thought I would do a fun little mention of ColourPop. I'm mostly mentioning more expensive brands, more brands that I tend to talk about a little bit more, but I wanted to mention the ColourPop sale, which is 30% off site-wide. They're quite affordable to begin with, but you can really get big bang for your buck, especially for 30% off. This is a great time for gifting, for stocking stuffers when it comes to ColourPop, with it being 30% off. Also, with their deals, $9 9pan palettes and then $1 pressed shadows, which is really awesome. But I want to recommend the How the Grinch Stole Christmas palette, which I recently tried when I did my most recent viral drugstore video. I don't know what's in the ColourPop palettes lately, but I've been loving them. This color story is stunning. It's like mauve rosy, but also the cool pops of green. So many of you guys love the look that I did and actually ended up purchasing it. And I definitely recommend it if you were interested, because this is a very, very high quality palette. And ColourPop palettes can be hit or miss, but this is so good. And I don't know what they've been doing, if they've reformulated, because their collaboration palette before that was also so good. The Shrek Beware Ogre palette. This one is a little bit more neutral, but it also does have greens. This one is a little bit more earthy. This is what I put on my eyes today. I was just playing around and I felt inspired by putting the ColourPop items on today's video. And I was like, this Shrek palette is also so good. If you're enjoying the neutrals, I kind of went for a 2018 kind of style makeup look today with the glitter and such. But both of these palettes are so good. And then one of the classics from ColourPop, their eyeshadow palettes, when they're good, are really good, which is why I'm recommending mostly the palettes. And this one is the $9 deal, which 9 p.m. palettes, $9. Going Coconuts is by far the best palette that they have. So if you're into neutrals is what I mean. So those 3 palettes, Chef's Kiss. Also, don't forget the Super Shock shadows. I don't really love ColourPop complexion. It's the eyes for me. They do good with the eyes. Now, YSL is one of the few luxury house brands that actually has sales. Like, this is very, very rare. But YSL does have them, and they're actually having a good sale. If you are a member, like, of their club, make an account if you don't have one, because you can get 30% off YSL Beauty. That's pretty incredible. It's 25% off if you are not a member. But you should be, because 30% off is fantastic for YSL. I don't know why they do that, but I think it's incredible. So my top 3 products from them, the Make Me Blush blurring powder blush. These are beautiful. They just roll onto the skin effortlessly. It's not hard to create a good powder blush formula, but this has that extra little bit of special luxury oomph, fairy dust kind of situation. Just the way that it applies. It almost applies itself, and then you also get the gorgeous YSL packaging, so that's a good one to treat yourself to. I also really love their Couture Mini Clutch luxury eyeshadows. Not going to be for everybody, but they do have that effortless to use, effortless blend luxury quality formulation, and just stunning colors. I love Overbrewed. They actually have a lot more new shades that they didn't have when I first got into these that I need to look into. Captivating Dunes is absolutely stunning. If you love a rose shade, beautiful shades. They tend to be more on the natural side, but these are $70 originally, and I love this formula. And again, luxury experience with the packaging. And then we have the All Hours Hyper Bronze Bronzer. I really love this bronzer because it's not a bronzer that's going to get patchy. It has a really silky application. So if you're somebody who uses cream bronzer and then sets with powder bronzer, this is the powder bronzer that you want to set with, because it's not going to get patchy and stick to the cream bronzer because of how silky and lightweight it is. So love this bronzer. Tower 28 rarely has sales, which is why I'm mentioning them. They're having 28% off, which 30 sounds a lot better, but it makes sense. And they say just once a year, it's all on sale. No codes, no minimums, no frills about it. And I love Tower 28. I feel like they have very, very high quality products for the most part. So definitely recommend checking them out. They have a smaller line. This concealer is one of the best concealers if you're looking for something really, really hydrating. I actually sometimes just like to use this as foundation. That's how natural and skin-like it is. It's their Swipe Serum Concealer. It's like skincare concealer, but it actually lasts a long time and it has great coverage. It's not often that hydrating and full coverage can go together in one product, but this is one of those, and it doesn't slip and slide as well. So this is probably their best product if you ask me. I also am a big fan of their Make Waves mascara. As somebody who doesn't have much lashes to work with, I feel like this gives me everything. It gives me that definition, it gives me that length, and it gives me just enough volume as well. So if you have smaller lashes, I like this one, and it also holds your curl very, very well. And then lastly, I was kind of debating for my third recommendation, one or the other, because I enjoy both of these formulas. And then I saw this duo and I was like, okay. And then they kind of combine colors together. So I used both today. Let me see what colors I used. I don't think this is one of the duos. No, it's not. But today I use After Hours, and then I use the Samo Spritzer in the powder blush. So the cream, really good, just like standard cream formulation. And then the powder is very, very blurring. And I just love both of these cheek products from Tower 28. I think it's some of their best work, which is why I'm recommending them. And I like how they put together little matching duos for you so that you can pair them together and get the longest wear. Now, Jane Iredale, it is 20% off site-wide on where I'm filming this, but the brand told me they were going to be up to 25% off, hopefully starting today, which is why I'm putting it in this video. I didn't want to put anything 20% off. I wanted it 25 and higher, but I've really fallen in love with Jane Iredale this year. I've tried everything from the line. They have hits, they have misses, but when they hit, they hit. For example, the Skin Tuition SPF 30 Radiance Boosting Liquid Foundation. If you have dry skin, you will love this foundation. It gives really good medium full coverage, and it has a nice glow to it. This is the foundation that I'm wearing today. Another one of those foundations where as soon as it touched my skin, I knew I loved it. I prefer a foundation that is hydrating but gives medium to full coverage. This is one that does it. Doesn't look heavy or anything on the skin. And then I love to set my makeup with the Pure Pressed Base Mineral Foundation because this gives my skin such a smooth look. Every time I set my makeup with this, I'm like, oh, my skin looks so smooth. It's because of this. I don't really put it on my bare skin. I prefer it to set my makeup, and I just think it makes my skin look airbrushed. It is one of their oldest products, but it is good. I love how this makes my skin look. I had one of their makeup artists do my makeup one time, and after she did it, I was like, why does my skin look so smooth? You used all the products I've used before. But I had never thought to like also set my makeup with this. So I love setting my makeup with this. And then I also am a huge fan of their ColourLux High Impact Lip Glazes. These are the perfect everyday lip glosses. They have a pretty full pigment to them, and they're very glossy, decent wear time, extremely hydrating, and I just love their color range. They're wearable shades. They're extremely flattering, and these were a product where when I tried them, I wasn't that excited about them. I'm like, okay, another gloss in a world where there's a billion glosses, but then I realized I kept reaching for this and coming back for these glosses. So I think the amount of times that I've worn this warrant me mentioning, like, the proof is in the pudding that I actually wore these. These are a stunning everyday gloss. They give actual color to the lips. They're not a super trendy formula like what you're seeing with the glossy, globby, hydrate, what is it? Like the tinted lip balms. They're not like that. They're a true gloss, but they're super comfortable and not sticky, and just add the most perfect amount of pigment. That is all I have in terms of the new sales since the last time that I did the video. I mean, there's lots more. There's lots more out there. Any brand that you can think of is going to have a sale up soon if it's not already, but these were the ones that were a little bit more relevant to my channel, and as well as actual good deals, 25% off plus. But I know there's a lot more. These were the ones here that I've already covered in the last video with BK Beauty, Chantecaille, Patrick Ta, Huda Beauty, Natasha Denona, Laura Mercier, Rephr. If you want to see my recs for those, definitely check out Friday's video. But I wanted to add on and show you what else was on a really good deal. So I was just thinking, like, if I'm overwhelmed, and this is literally my full-time job, I can only imagine how overwhelmed you guys are. So hopefully I could make this a little bit more approachable for you and just give my favorite products from brands that I think are doing a good job with their sales this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. As always, everything I mentioned will be down below. If I'm missing any great, amazing Black Friday sales, please let me know in the comments. I don't want to miss out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.